Question. Did we switch bodies?
So this is what lips feel like.
It's another average day in Fluttershy's animal sanctuary, and Angel Bunny continues to be his usual needy, bossy self, despite Fluttershy having a full to-do list. Upon seeing this, Zecora offers a solution to help the two of them get along better, and thus begins the shenanigans. Hello everyone, and welcome back to At the Screening, where today we'll be talking about She Talks to Angel, or as it should be titled, Fluttershy's Freaky Friday. As always, I'm Thespio.
And I'm the voice of reason. It is so good to be back to discuss this episode.
Well, you're sounding a little more bitter today. I take it you didn't like it?
Really? I hadn't noticed. But no, actually, I absolutely loved this episode. It might even be my favorite of the season. And it's all because of one thing. Angel is such a little shit, and I love it.
Whoa, hang on! Did you just uncensor yourself? I mean, I don't mind in the slightest, but I thought we were trying to keep this show family-friendly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you editing the video?
Good point. Anyway, yeah, I also really enjoyed this episode. I've said before how Nick Confalone is one of my favorite comedy writers for the show, next to Dave Polsky, Megan McCarthy, and Mike Vogel. And while it wasn't as drop-dead hilarious as other episodes he's written, like the Saddle Row Review and the Breakup Breakdown, there were still plenty of laughs to go around, especially in the second act when Angel winds up inside Fluttershy's body. They could have easily ruined it by having Fluttershy's voice come out of Angel's body, but thanks Celestia, they went a different route that was definitely the funniest. Again, I have no idea what it is, but whenever Fluttershy isn't talking like her normal shy self, like in Bridal Gossip or Fake It Till You Make It, I just can't stop laughing.
Seriously? I'm a pony? La 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 la. Talking is so cool. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. More technically, it's not my list. You wrote it! Did I, though?
Yes. Nick Confalone. I have had issues with his writing in the past. If you recall from my top 10 episodes of Season 6, I mentioned his writing tends to ignore story for the sake of comedy, even if the comedy is really good. See Party Pooped and The Washouts for those examples. However, if this situation is designed around more comedic situations, such as Dungeons and Discords or today's episode, I tend to enjoy the plot more. In fact, if I'm correct, this is one of the longest awaited fan-requested episodes since Season 3. And no, Magical Mystery Cure nor A Royal Problem count as body swap episodes. I guess Voice was right about Season 9 tying up all the loose ends.
Wait, what'd you say?
I was right about Season 9. Still haven't called that Exterminator.
Right. Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna say Nick is an entirely flawless writer, as he's unfortunately put together some incredibly terrible episodes, such as Rock Solid Friendship, and of course the infamous No Second Prances. Whether it was his direct intentional action, or some higher-ups at Hasbro forcing him to write them that way, we'll never know. Still, I won't deny that he can be a very funny, even approachable man, having had the pleasure of meeting him in person back at BabsCon 2017. And I fondly remember his old Vine videos featuring his then infant son. But going back to She Talks to Angel, as hard as I laughed with the meat of the story, sadly the bread for the beginning and the end kinda irked me.
Oh, you mean the therapy session where Fluttershy tries to force carnivores to change their diets?
Yeah. Hang on. Huh? What the heck is Sweetie Bloom calling me for? Hello?
She sounds happy.
What?
5 minutes later.
Much better. But yeah, the idea of Fluttershy having a therapy session with other animals is fine by itself. By the way, I guess it's now confirmed that Hasbro does in fact watch Dr. Wolf. I guess. But yeah, Fluttershy trying to change the dietary habits of carnivores. Okay, creatures like bears and raccoons, that I can buy since they're omnivores. But trying to convince predators to become vegan like a wolf and a python that apparently has the fangs of a viper, which is really weird because pythons aren't vipers, they're constrictors. Isn't that kind of a crime against nature?
I honestly could show you that one Tumblr post of the fennec fox forced to eat a vegetarian diet, but I'd rather not get my channel banned off of YouTube. Let's just say it's sick, even from my standards.
Wait, my standards?
Sorry, Freudian slip. I meant horror scores. By the way, I haven't seen him in a while.
Who's horror score?
Oh, right, you haven't met me. I mean him. Jasper has, though. You'll have to ask him for details.
Okay. Anyway, aside from Fluttershy being a bit overly controlling in the beginning, the other part I found weird was the overall relationship between her and Angel being treated like some kind of couples therapy session. I mean, yes, Angel has been shown to be a spoiled brat in episodes like Putting Your Hoof Down, Just for Sidekicks, Castlemania, and Scaremaster, but even after this whole body-swapping experience to try and mend their friendship, is it wrong I kind of feel like nothing was actually accomplished?
Well, not necessarily. What was the main conflict of the episode? Angel not appreciating Fluttershy's work ethic, even though it's exhausting to many, and Fluttershy ignoring the fact she's the only one Angel can properly communicate with because of her gift with animals. Like you mentioned before with Freaky Friday, and yeah, I guess a royal problem as well, this was a chance for both characters to experience the hardships and responsibilities of their other half. By the end, Fluttershy is reminded what it's like to not be able to communicate with others when she's desperately trying to, and Angel understands the work and care Fluttershy does for the animal sanctuary. Hell, he even volunteers himself to help her out more at the ending session. Also, I'm calling the Fire Lizard Charmander from now on, and no one can stop me.
Well, let's just hope this Charmander doesn't evolve into a fire-breathing not dragon then. But yeah, the stuff with Angel learning about how hard Fluttershy actually works, yeah, that does make sense, but I don't know, with how some of her dialogue was written during the last session, it kind of sounds off-putting.
But now that I know what you go through every day, I understand why your time with me is so important. I promise to always make time for you.
Does she, though? As far as we know, we have no idea how, quote-unquote, rough Angel has had it. In fact, from what I've seen, Angel's kind of already had it pretty good despite the supposed communication barrier. I'm not sure how else to put it, and trust me, I really don't like using this phrase, but it sounds like Angel kinda should have checked his privilege. But on the other hand, wasn't Fluttershy constantly indulging him what caused the problem in the first place? From the beginning, Angel is so used to getting pampered by her, it seems like he expects it like she's his butler or something. And even after everything that happened today, Angel technically still got what he wanted. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but from what I saw on a second viewing, Fluttershy basically fell back into his attention-hogging trap, and I don't think anything really changed. Even after all the borderline abuse and bossing around Angel tried to do throughout the course of the show, here, he's still kind of rewarded for all of his bad behavior. Sure, it wasn't the levels of discord and a matter of principles, but I still feel like it's a similar kind of conclusion. Angel causes trouble because he wants attention, and in the end, he's not only given that attention, but he's promised more of it. It's honestly reminding me of a lot of the things people don't like about Ariel from The Little Mermaid, so I don't know, I feel like the ending to the story is kinda ethically counterproductive.
Don't care, Angel still confirmed the Flutter courtship. And KP's right on cue.
Yeah, figured that would come up sooner or later, but yep, I guess with this one throwaway line, Fluttercord is now canon, I guess.
See how shy I am? I talk to animals, I want to marry Discord.
Yay? But overall, despite the bothersome parts in the beginning and the ending, I still had a fun time watching. Gets a hooves up from me.
Couldn't agree more. This was quite the enjoyable character-building episode for Fluttershy and her sadistic, more likable brother, Zephyr can rot in Tartarus for all I care. Angel as Fluttershy stole the show in regards to comedy, and while it does feel copy-paste with another episode where two ponies swapped roles, I feel both parties understood the hardships fairly well. I'd give it a... Hey! Body back! Now!
Wait, what? What? How? But who are you?
I'm the voice of reason. He's in my body for this episode's sake. Well, this is awkward. Oh look, a moose! I think I'm gonna need a witch doctor for this. You mean Aeon? Yes. Anyway, hooves up. I'm gonna make a deal with Lucifer or something.
Voice? Who was that?